I was about to make a video about my RGB tube lights that I use in the studio, and I was this close to telling you that the tube light from Godox is the best light on the market. But now I've realized that 3 out of my 4 oldest tube lights in the studio have their LCD broken. So are they still the greatest tube light on the market? Let's find out. Welcome in the studio, guys. I am Flash, and this video is not sponsored by Godox, but it is sponsored by me because I've bought all these lights with my own money. Pretty happy with them until I've realized that 3 out of 6 right now, because I've just bought 2 more, are broken on the back on their LCD. You will see that later, but since this video is sponsored by me, don't forget to subscribe and help this channel grow, and also a like would be really appreciated. So let's start with the unboxing of the TL30 light from Godox. The package is really simple, and the light comes with a strap, a cable, some mounting accessories, and a pouch where you can store your light, or you can transport it if you go to shoot remote, or maybe you want to just store it without scratching it. The light has a tube shape, and the end pieces are octagonal, and on its back you will find some control buttons and a scroll wheel, and also the LCD screen, which will allow you to see all the information that you need when you are trying to set up your light. Even though this light is a bit more expensive than the Pavo tube, the beautiful thing about this light is that it connects directly to your smartphone, and you don't need any other piece of gear to control your lights wirelessly. And think about it, I have in almost every corner of my studio one light, and how annoying would be to go up on a chair every time to turn on the lights. It is, not comfortable at all. So the control app for the lights is pretty simple. Every time you want to turn on your lights, you can do it in batches like this, turn them all on, or one by one, depends on how it is easier for you or for your lighting setup at that moment. And the lights connect pretty fast. This is a very important thing in my opinion. When you want to turn on the lights and you open the app for the first time, you just wait a little bit. Sometimes it takes longer than what you saw right now, but yeah, the connection is pretty stable, and you just need to launch the app one time when you turn on the lights and one more time when you turn off the lights in the studio, for example. So pretty good in this regard. I really wanted to mention that because some other apps like the Zion app for the how do you call it, the Molus, the G60 Molus light, takes a lot longer to connect, and after the app is opening and loading, you need to connect one more time to the light. Look at this, this takes a lot of time and it is pretty annoying. So yeah, +1 for the Godox app. It is really amazing. So less friction, better results. This doesn't sound right, but I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. The best thing about this light is that you can control everything from its LCD screen and the back control buttons, so you can change everything on the fly without connecting to the smartphone app. And right here you can turn the light on and off, and you can switch the mode of the light from color to white or to effects. Right here we have the effects page. And yeah, I usually keep it on color, and I set the hue to a fixed value, and then the saturation to 100 usually, and then I change the intensity from the dim button, which now when the value is blinking will allow me to scroll and turn the light to a more powerful level. So yeah, right here you can see that it illuminates all the desk. Right here I am changing the hue, and if I want I can also adjust the saturation of the light, and this works not only in the color mode but in all the modes. Right here I can switch to other speeds of the effect that is selected right now. I can scroll through the effects. The light can be mounted on either sides because it has on both sides threaded inserts, and on one side you will find the USB-C port, which will help you charge the light, of course. And another great thing is that the light can be used when it is plugged. So I use all the lights plugged onto smartphone chargers and they work perfectly. I've never had any issue with any of those lights when it comes to connections or when it comes to the battery. And another cool thing is that the ends of the light are magnetic, and look at this, look how nicer and how tight it holds right here under my audio rack. So the light is pretty well engineered. Minus the LCD screen. So this right here is the light that was facing the GPU in my gaming PC and was making it pop and look nice. And what I have discovered is that not only on this light but two more lights in the studio, the LCD gone bad in a way that the letters or some of the letters are not white anymore but a light gray. Somehow the pixels, I think the pixels went bad, went crazy, the display went crazy. I don't know how to describe this defect because this is how it looks right now, and comparing to a brand new light, this is how it should look. Let me see, mode. This is how a brand new light looks. Check out the difference. The LCD is definitely broken. So is this TL30 light from Godox still the best tube light on the market? Of course not. This defect is pretty annoying, and when the LCD will be completely dead, like blacked out, it will be impossible to see any information on the screen, and there is only one big issue. You might say that you can still control the light with your smartphone, but when you will upgrade your smartphone and you will need to repair the light with your new smartphone, there will be a very big problem because you will not see anything on the screen and there is not any chance to reset the light. Or maybe just if you look at another functional light and then click the button, scroll through the menu and then reset it, maybe you have one little chance. It is doable, but yeah. So from a reliability standpoint, maybe this isn't the greatest light on the market and maybe the PavoTube is a better choice, but again, the PavoTube needs another piece of gear to connect to the smartphone app. The PavoTube is not as powerful as the Godox Light, and also another thing is that the PavoTube has the USB-C port on its back, and this might be inconvenient in some cases. Also, in other cases, the USB-C on the back is more nicer because, yeah, the port is closer to the mounting point of the light, and maybe you don't need that long of a cable to connect it, or maybe it just helps you hide the cable better in your setup. But since I already have 6 lights right now and I am fully invested in the Godox lights, I think I will buy more TL30s for the studios, for the places where I need colored lights in the background, because I want to connect all the lights to the same app and control them with the same app. So maybe if I knew about the PavoTube lights when I have bought my first Godox light, I would have chose a PavoTube one. I don't know, I am not sure. No one will tell you that the LCD will break after 1 year, so unlucky. So yeah guys, this is my review for the TL30 tube lights from Godox. Pretty nice lights with some big issues, but yeah, what can you do? I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you in the next one, so stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
They call me a god.